Welcome back to Warriors Central, and make no mistake, this is a Golden State Warriors channel, and I am a Golden State Warriors fan only. But on days like today, when I told y'all, are the Celtics going to be the first team to come back from down 0-3? I don't think it's going to happen. I think that was a gut check. Do you guys really think that Eric Spoelstra will let them boys go up to Boston and not get that dub? Eric Spoelstra know a little something about getting dubs up in Boston. That was even before Jimmy Butler came. Y'all gonna doubt Spo? Let alone Jimmy. Let alone, you gonna doubt Jimmy? When I told, now look, I didn't think we was gonna get to game 7. I was hoping they would close these boys out in game 6, and I ain't gonna lie. When I saw that last play, I'm like, bro, come. Out of all the ways for y'all to lose, out of all the ways, and I didn't know what was going to happen in game 7. I believed in Jimmy. I believed in Spo. I believed in the team. They pulled it out, but that's enough of me glazing over the Heat. They my sneaky link. Everyone, I can't have another team when it comes to basketball or any sport, really. I can only have the one. But if there's one that I'm like, all right, I love Golden State. That's my wife. We together forever, period. Ain't no divorce. Ain't no divorce. No matter how bad it gets, no divorce. But sometimes, you be on the beach and you just be looking like, okay, I see what you're doing over there. I'm good with me and mine. I'm very good with me and mine, but I see what y'all doing. Look, and everyone's saying that Caleb Martin should have got the Larry Bird trophy over Jimmy Butler. I ain't got no beef with you. If we just based it on the conference finals performance specifically, there's an argument to be had. Nothing against Caleb Martin personally or as a player. Man played phenomenal. They do not get this win. They don't even win the series, period, without Caleb Martin. I have to say that. But are we going to pretend that Jimmy didn't have to expend ungodly amounts of energy to even put them in this position? I think that plays a factor. That's why I'm going to ride with 22. It's almost like an Iggy and Steph situation when we had the finals in the 14-15 season. I love Iggy. I don't know if Iggy's ever come out and said that he felt like Steph should have got the trophy. I probably should know that, but I don't even remember, and he can keep it. It's fine, because at the time I was like, all right, we probably get at least 2 more chips. Steph will probably get the finals MVP both times. No sweat. And we got ours in the end. That's all that really matters. But are we really going to act like Steph wasn't putting up insane numbers on the road to getting that first chip? Look, this is comical to me. They said James Harden, CP3, and Pat Bev might be going back to the Heat. Please do it. We've missed you, Houston. We've missed you. We've missed owning you. We missed ripping your hearts out. Let me stop, because I know I went off in the last video, but I hope it happens. Please. I want to make sure that we can embarrass y'all year after year after year again. Random side note, apparently Nick Nurse took the 76ers job for Joel Embiid. I mean, I'm surprised he wouldn't want the Suns job more, but maybe he knows something that we don't know. Joel Embiid, that just ain't the way to go out, man. I've defended you. A lot of people have defended you, not for that performance, but just going into the previous seasons where we're saying, like, you definitely should have won the MVP. You can't go out the way that you went out. And then even worse to say, we need more players around us. All right, Nick, you got your hands full. I just hope you know what you're doing. Final shot. Do you guys think Melo deserves to have his jersey retired in Madison Square Garden? Outsider looking in, I'm going to say no. But it's based more on accolades. I feel like with Knicks fans, if that man did something personally for y'all that made y'all feel like he warrants having his jersey retired, sure, go for it. I would also argue, and I know every player can't do it. Every player cannot win a chip. Every player can't win all the awards. They can't have all the accolades. But I'd also argue you can at least give me some type of memorable moment. I just can't think of any when it comes to Melo and his stint with the New York Knicks. I mean, Jimmy's giving us more memorable moments with the Heat. My 2 cents, I think Jimmy deserves to have his number retired in South Beach long before Melo deserves to have his retired in Madison Square Garden. Let's get to the exit interview. All right, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Moses Moody is one of the players I know the least about and see even less from. I don't hear from him. I don't see him when he's on the court. I hear his name called. It just doesn't seem like there's any impact at all. Even with JK, like at least with JK, I feel like I can see his athleticism shine through in more ways than one. I don't think Moses Moody is a bad player. I don't know if maybe we just aren't utilizing him right. Maybe this just isn't a good fit. I have no idea. But I just feel like it's he echoed some of the same sentiments from the other players, saying that the biggest difference, and you can kind of tell some of the reporters are recycling some of these questions, which we would kind of switch it up a little bit, but I guess there's only so much you can ask. They ask him, what do you think the biggest difference is between this postseason, last postseason? Like other players, he goes off and just says, we had a lot more veterans on the squad. And I hear them saying that, but honestly, I think we was expecting some of y'all to turn to some of the vets. I'm not expecting y'all to turn to 12-year seasoned vets, but I am expecting there to be some growth. How much of that is on the organization? Don't worry, we saving all of that for Steve Kerr. We saving all of it for the Steve Kerr interview. How much of it's on the organization? How much of it is on the player? I just look at when we gave Moses Moody some of the run time, some of the playing time that honestly, I hadn't heard him complain at all about his lack of playing time. I just don't feel like I felt the impact. I don't feel like I saw the energy, and maybe that's on the situation. I have no idea. I'm not in the locker room. I'm not around the team. I have no insider information. Even during the stretch where we had a lot of players out and Steve had to rely more on the younger players to kind of carry that weight, his numbers didn't really jump off the court. It seems like he actually left a lot on the court. They're pretty mediocre numbers. Again, I don't know what to blame that on, because at least with JK, to me, JK is easy. That's the easiest person to look at player on the team and say he deserved to get more playing time. To me, that's easy. JP, we already talked about JP. JP, you gotta bring it. I don't care what you gotta do. If you stay on the team, and we gonna get to some of the trade rumors, that's why I'm trying to get to these exit interviews relatively quickly. I'm sorry it's kind of been delayed, but JP, you gonna have to ball out next season. You got to prove you earned that money, because I'm going to tell you this right now. As good as that bag is, I hope you saved up every single penny, because if you keep playing like this, you will not be in the league. Unfortunately, that's really pretty much all I got to say about Moses. I wish there was more, but there isn't anything to gravitate to. There's a lot of rumors flying around as far as trades. We are used to this, especially either going into the finals, after the finals. We know what to expect when it comes to the offseason. I would be very surprised if Moses Moody is still here next season. It's not saying that he's a bad player. It's just, at this point, it's a wasted roster spot. We're not getting any production. It's just occupying a roster spot that we could use to get a veteran or get anyone, hell, on the team that may actually be able to contribute in a more meaningful way and hopefully put Moses in a better situation. If we do a package deal to LA, he'll definitely get the run. Darvin Ham will definitely give that kid an opportunity. He gave Lonnie an opportunity. If he ends up somewhere else, maybe in Atlanta, maybe, I don't want to send the kid to like Siberia, but if he gets a chance, I think he will do well. I just am looking at his entire stint with Golden State, and I ain't seeing it. Guys, let me know. What do you feel about Moses Moody's stint in Golden State? Do you feel like it's another situation like JK? Maybe he just needs more playing time. Do you feel like it's JP? He just hasn't done the most of the opportunity that he's been given? I want to know. Let me know what y'all think below. Catch y'all next time.